Kate from Florida. It's hot today. It really feels like California. It's so dry. Why is it so dry? I don't know. We're having a drought. But that is good for tomatoes. If you're growing tomatoes, guess what? It's better if it's dry and you water them yourself. Then they don't have the root rot and all that nonsense. So today I'm going to talk about something that is similar to the people-pleasing issues that I've talked about before about narcissistic abuse. It's talking about giving to people and being supportive of people, and then guess what? They're not supportive to you. Yeah. So over the years, I've been a real music fan. I have been the hugest music, I don't want to just say fan, I'm going to say fanatic. Like, I'm really into music. Like, I'm into punk bands. I love it. I volunteered for, to sign up to give out posters for people. I've been back in the 90s and early 2000s, I did noisepollution.com and BandBitch, and I used to give out, go city to city and go, before they even had the internet really going, go to record stores, go to skate stores, bars, pubs, clubs, and give out merchandise and CDs to promote albums. Some of the bands that I used to do when they started out, I'm talking out in the very beginning, was I was doing merchandise for Coldplay on their first album. I still find Coldplay beer mats, with a rush of blood to the head. I found some in the attic. Henry Rollins with the Rollins Band. I did posters for them. Weezer, that's just to name a few. Then there's a whole bunch of bands that I didn't want to really promote because I didn't even like their music, But I did it, for the money. When I was a flight attendant, I would just give out the stuff. Whatever city I was in at the moment. Yes, you youngins. Before there was all the promotion on the internet and the Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube, the TikTok, there was that. You literally would go. And then when I get paid, I take pictures with a regular camera. So long ago it was. I'm laughing now. Take pictures with a regular camera, fill out a report, mail it to them, and then they would mail me a check for whatever I did. If I said, hey, I'm in Kansas City, you need anything? Or New York City, and then they would give me posters or, the CDs. The CDs were really popular at the time. Yes, it's before vinyl came back. And I would give out t-shirts and, like I said, beer mats at pubs, stuff like that. It was fun. I got to meet a lot of people that way. And over the years, I'd love to see bands. And even if there was a band, like at a club that I didn't really know, and I'm not going to name any names, but there was a lot of bands that were really bad that I saw. But, I always said, hey, can I buy your t-shirt? Can I buy your album? Can I buy your CD? Can I buy your sticker? Because I knew they were on the road and they were brave enough to tour on their own, getting peanuts, playing on the side of the road, busking or whatever to get where from A to B to C to D, so I'd always promote them, and give them, buy t-shirts. Actually, this t-shirt, Clover's Cross? What is that? Clover's Curfew. They were a duo that I saw a couple years ago. They were really good, actually. I like them a lot. Kudos to you, Clover's Curfew. It kind of upset me because they were a duo, and it was kind of like what I wanted to do, a male-female duo, and they were on the road, and they were very good. I liked them a lot. So I bought their t-shirt, talked to them for a little bit. Kind of upset me, though, because this is where I'm heading towards this. And I was heading towards this because I was in a band and I was doing music festivals, and I had the t-shirts and I had the CDs and all that bullshit. But I noticed I didn't get you know, all the people that I supported didn't really give back to me. So my lesson in life that I learned is it was part of the people pleasing lesson of the psychic empath giving person, that even if you give and give and give, oh my goodness, you could give till the cows come in, right? But guess what? You're not going to get that reciprocated back to you. So guess who has a whole bunch of t-shirts still? I guess maybe I could give them to the homeless or something. Yeah, that's all right. I am happy that I had that experience and I played in music festivals, even though I felt that I wasn't that good. But, you know, it was fun when it lasted, even though the person that I was in a band with screwed me over and everything else. But that's besides the point. I was brave enough to do it. Not many people would do it, you know? Even though we're not that good, but sometimes, I mean, I liked what I did. I liked my lyrics I wrote. I just didn't like the recording and the shoddy recording and, you know, the way some things turned out. But it was fun while it lasted. Until the end. You know, everything comes to an end. And usually someone screws you over and you have to end it. That's what happened. Basically in a nutshell. But the lesson I learned when I was in that is that nobody really supported me or even said, hey, that's great that you're doing this, or that's great that you're doing that. Even though over the years I supported so many people, it was like a really rude awakening to show that you're not going to get any support back. But maybe it was the company I kept. Maybe they didn't like that. Who knows? But the lesson I've learned is don't people please and don't, you know, don't go out of your way for anyone anymore, basically, unless they deserve it. And a lot of people don't deserve it. A lot of people are just full of BS and blarney. So if you're a people pleaser and you like to be kind and nice and help people out, just remember that you will not be getting that back. You may get it back like an eighth of what you gave. It's not even a quarter, maybe an eighth that you'll get back in return. And always stay true to yourself. Don't listen to anybody else and don't follow anybody else. If you like stuff, you know, support them like I did over the years. I always supported bands that, like I said, look how good they turned out in the beginning. And people are like, I don't really like that band, Coldplay. They're kind of cheesy. But look what they did. Look at what Weezer did. You know, I mean, you never know. Bands could be really, really popular later. Or something that you did that you forgot about could come back around. You never know. Don't let the haters hate. Because people don't have any bravery anymore. They don't risk doing things, you know. I was a lot older when I was doing that stuff. But when I was younger, you know, being a woman, nobody really offered to say, hey, I know you like music a lot. You want to help play in this band? I did have one friend when I was younger. His name was Greg. He was really cool. And he's like, here, have a bass guitar, you know. And I was in Fairmont State College long ago in West Virginia. He goes, here, play this. Let's do this. He did support me a lot. And I appreciate him. And it was nice. I hope that he's doing well today. And, but back then, you know, if you were a chick, you know, they were just like, oh, you're a groupie, or you just hang out with bands, you know. Help with equipment. I remember helping with my brother-in-law's band, bringing the equipment in many, many times over the years. Yeah. But like I said, people pleasing usually gets you nowhere in the end. It's sad but true. Stay true to yourself. A lot of people that have had trauma in their childhood want to be loved. Pick me, pick me. and, get some kudos because they didn't get anything or any encouragement or love from their parents or, just anything like, hey, you're doing really well. I don't remember my parents ever doing that for me when I was younger. I don't remember my parents encouraging me about anything. So just if you're a mom or dad out there, tell your kids, hey, I'm really proud of you that you do so well with this stuff. Like my son, my truck was all screwed up. My son was like over there. He's like, oh, just do this and do that. And yeah, I'll get this. He fixed my truck. And I'm like, I'm amazed. I'm like, how do you know how to do all this stuff? He's like, I don't know. I just do it. My daughter, she's so good at like finances and she fixes cars too. And she's good at farming and horses. I'm so proud of her. It's like, how do these kids get so smart? And I'm like, wait a minute. When they were younger, I always encouraged them. So unlike my parents, that didn't do really anything to encourage except go away. But that's what it was like, growing up back then in the 80s. It was like that. People didn't really do anything for they're like, go outside, when you were kids, or leave us alone. So if you are like that, if you have the psychic empath energy, or you feel like you're a kind soul and you're introverted, or you think about people all the time, please take time for yourself, because you're the one that can encourage yourself the most. Don't try to find any kind of, love or any concern from other people, because they're too busy and wrapped up in their own lives and drama. And a lot of time they're narcissists or they're psychopaths or sociopaths, and they just want to use your kind soul for energy to make themselves look better or do things for them. They want you to be like the supporting character in their lives. If you were in a movie, like you see the supporting characters, the supporting actor and actresses for the main character, that's what they want you to be. They don't want you to be a main character. They just want you to be on the side so you can go and help them out whenever they need, or they need to energy vampire you or use you in some way. Friends are like that too, and coworkers, and working. Don't be the supporting role. Be the main character. Make your own path. And when people tell you you can't do it, no, don't believe them. Because as crappy as a musician as I was playing at music festivals at 50 something. So remember that you are special. You're God's child. And everyone has a unique feature about them. I don't care what anybody says. And it may be, that you're good logically, or you're good creatively, or you're good with finances, you're good with farming, you're good with making a movie, you're good with taking care of animals. Remember that you are individually special. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So, for all the bands out there that are on the road and they're trying their best and they're brave enough to go out there and try, I say go for it. Go for it 100 times. But remember, the fans that support you, don't forget about them. Don't ever forget about them, because they're the ones that will keep you going. All right, cheers from Florida. Don't be a people pleaser, but still be kind and like Jesus Christ of Nazareth, and help others, no matter what life they live, no matter how much money they have or how poor they are or what their situation is. Always be kind. Don't forget to do that, because God is always watching. Lots of love for Florida. I'm going to go and do some more planting of some plants. Lots of love. Bye.